Hi, everyone, and welcome to this first Hall of Transformation interview that I'm doing on behalf of the Energy Transformation Hub. Welcome, Dipti. How are you?
I'm good. I'm doing great.
Okay, awesome. So, Dipti, you just want to start off just introducing yourself and giving
Yeah.
a little bit of your background. Uh,
Hmm.
what what was going on in your life when you joined the community,
Yeah.
like before you joined the community, and
Yeah.
what made you join the community? If you can just tell us about that.
Okay. All right. When you have already told my name out there. So I'm working for an advertising agency. I work at Ogilvy. I work as a creative supervisor, and I've been in this industry for like 7 years now. Initially, like I can say that I always wanted to be in advertising. It is funny that when my parents used to say, "What do you want to be?" I used to say, "मुझे ad लिखना है." मुझे उसको copywriter बोलते थे, ये नहीं पता था. So बचपन से मुझे वही करना था.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went into the career. I researched, फिर media में गई, फिर advertising. उसी track पे मैं चली. And I'm so glad that life में that is that one thing that I can always say that this is where I wanted to be. And of course, because I wanted to pursue, I had interned myself at Ogilvy back then. And after that, someone told me, "हम आपको client servicing में रख लेंगे," because my job was good. I was interning. I'm like, "No, I'll come one day here, but I'll come as a creative person." That was my aim. After five, six rounds, every year I used to go to Ogilvy, and
Okay.
every year is I was like, "नहीं, I will not give up. मैं तो करती रहूंगी. कभी ना कभी तो मुझे अच्छा जॉब यहाँ पे मिल ही जाएगा, but मैं creative बन के जाऊँ." So I kept on my career. I started, of course, I started working at various places, various good agency I worked at,
Mm-hmm.
and then I landed up at OBV. So that
Okay.
has been an amazing journey for me that I'm very proud of.
Okay.
Apart from that, I'm an animal person. Of course, I have my cats and dogs, and they are like my world. Uh,
Okay.
I adopted a stray cat when
Okay.
she was like 15 days old. उसके बाद she's still there today with us. She's gonna be 10 years अभी जून में,
Oh,
June
wow.
21st को. And here at my in-laws place, I have a dog. He's also amazing. So
Okay.
it just raises my vibration. Like I'm so happy to be around people like this who really, really, it's just the energy is what I feel. मुझे
Mm-hmm.
बहुत अच्छा लगता है. And okay, coming back to the question that you had asked me. So, Vinay, on September, I started getting stomach issues. This was very serious. I went to the doctor. I took a lot of medications, and post that, I was fine for a week, and it would again pop up. So I would not understand कि ये infection है, acidity है. You won't believe I changed 5 doctors, and the diagnosis was not to the T. And I had to keep it's like trial and testing चल ही रहा था, पता नहीं था. And then I was like, if medications are not working, maybe energies will work.
Hmm.
That is when I connected with you. I had read about Reiki a lot. So
Okay.
I thought I will connect with you and I'll talk to you. And when
Hmm.
I got that kind of trust, I was like, he's the person who will heal me. I was so sure about it क्योंकि मुझे वो energy आपसे मिली. So, connecting for the first time, I felt a difference. Like, see, what happens is it works on an energy level, or I can't really explain, but it was magic for me. And after that, I started noticing changes overall in my body,
Hmm.
even within my mind. And one of the amazing things that happened after the second session of Reiki, you were so confident that now you will heal. And I was like, विनय ने इतने कॉन्फिडेंस से ये बात बोल दी तो हीलिंग होनी ही है. And I was still a little skeptical. But then when you told me that you were starting a community, I was like, see how God connects. This is not what, or the universe, whatever you
Hmm.
believe in.
Hmm.
Feel this is not what I had thought in my dreams. And then I ended up like this. I'm like, this was meant for me. This was, a path for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I walked on it. जब मैंने आपका seminar attend किया, I was
Mm-hmm.
like, if I have to take a decision, we all invest in a lot of things, or we don't even invest, we buy things that we don't need. This
Hmm.
is something that was an investment for me, and I was like, I cannot resist this. I have to go for it.
Okay.
This is a learning that you are 100% right. This is something that nobody can take away from you. It stays with you.
Hmm.
And that is what I learned over my journey.
Okay.
Currently, of course, I am on diamond membership. If there's more of it, I would like to work on this journey because there's no doubt it's absolutely fantastic. And once I started walking on this journey, Vinay, once I started practicing the game formula,
Hmm.
what I started seeing was small differences. I was someone who was not consistent with my workout. And today, if God forbid, agar 2 days, even if I don't go for a workout, I make sure that I track how much I'm walking. There has to
Hmm.
be some kind of exercise to my body because my mind pulls me back and says, no, you have to work out. You have to do some kind of exercise. That is how it started working. It's like it's reverse psychology or what, I don't know, but it worked amazingly with me.
Hmm.
Not just that, the second thing is I became calmer, always hyper, always. This is one very important thing because everyone should know that you can come out of a lot of things in life. This is my experience. Exactly a year ago, I used to have anxiety attacks, had a lot of family issues. Of course, we all have, but mine was to that level where it started affecting my mind. And then I used to get panic anxiety attacks. Uh, by God's grace, I was surrounded by people, friends who supported me, few
Hmm.
family members who understood what I was going through, and I was just popping pills. It was continuously in a row. Like doctor started with one medication, then he started with two, then he gave me four medications. It
Okay.
led to weight gain because these psychotic medicines do definitely, they have the side effects of weight gaining. You feel nauseatic. There's a lot of side effects with that. When they say that it is going to calm you down, it is
Hmm.
kind of suppressing you. You are not
Hmm.
actually getting calm. You're
Hmm.
taking help of something.
Hmm.
So then what happened when I started walking on this journey with you? What I did was I started taking half a medicine. मुझे लगा ये मेडिसिन छोड़ने में एटलीस्ट 2-3 महीने जाएंगे because it is half a medicine, 15 days, 1 month, so you'll take it. That's how the calculation works. And then I was like, one day I forgot to take medicine, okay? And I was like, मुझे वो feeling नहीं हुआ. It's like an addiction, right? When you start taking psychotic medicines, it becomes an
Right.
addiction. Your mind
Hmm.
will crave for it.
Hmm.
मुझे वो फीलिंग नहीं आई कि अरे मैंने मेडिसिन खाई नहीं. ऐसे 2 दिन कर लिया, थर्ड डे, and automatically I stopped. It was magic. I was not expecting that, Vinay, and it was a big deal for me. It was a very big deal for me
Wow.
because that had led to a lot of issues. I had also, you won't believe that my life has changed. Health wise, I have reversed my PCOS. I have reversed my thyroid. Currently my IB, I'm working on it, and if I can overcome these things, I can definitely overcome a lot of things. That is what my belief is. I'm the same person who used to dwell into negativity. बहुत
Hmm.
easy था
Hmm.
judgmental होना, नेगेटिव बनना, उसी के
Hmm.
बारे में पूरा दिन बात करना. It was super easy. But when I started walking on this mission, I understood that what I talk and what I think is what I'll become. So that really changed. My inner state shifted. मुझे आके किसी ने, आपने बैठ के किसी ने बैठ के ये नहीं बोला दीप्ति ये करो, ऐसे
Hmm.
करो, ये करो.
Hmm.
Small habits that changed my inner state.
Cool.
That was the biggest learning for me, and I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful that I met you.
Awesome. Awesome, Dipti. So, what would you say? First of all, thank you for sharing your journey. Now, what would you say are the top three things where you shifted as a person after you joined the community?
Okay. The first thing is that whenever we got exercises, okay,
Hmm.
task in hand, when I have committed myself into this community, I came up with that mindset, or I still have that mindset that I am responsible for it.
Hmm.
That accountability of doing the task.
Hmm.
At that point of time, when I feel, अरे इतना सारा task है, मैं कैसे करूँगी? Of course, you explain it very well. You
Hmm.
make sure that most of it is covered. Many a
Hmm.
times we cover all of it.
Hmm.
So that is not a problem. But जब कोई task मुझे दिया गया है, if you are giving your time to me, I equally have to invest that much of time, then it is going to be fruitful. So yeah, so that particular point made me become consistent.
Perfect.
You told us कि habit share app करो.
Hmm.
उसमें अपने आप को self introspection बहुत होता है. When we
Hmm.
start doing this, the
Hmm.
kind of talks that I was doing, the kind of people I was surrounded with, the kind of work I was doing, it automatically changed. There are times when I do work late night,
Hmm.
very
Hmm.
rarely, but it doesn't change my inner state. You won't believe something really minute happened. Yesterday, my client servicing partner told me, "पता नहीं ये कैसे होगा, ऐसे होगा, ये होगा." And I was doing my work calmly. I'm like, "ये हो जाएगा, ये कर लेंगे." This was me. That is the shift. That is the shift that comes within.
Awesome.
That is the first thing.
Hmm.
Second thing, it is not fake positivity. It is not fake positivity. You have felt it, that is why you're positive. You have made changes. You have worked on yourself. When you practice gratitude, when you work on affirmation, you anchor those feelings. अब ऐसा होता है कि मैं ये बोलती हूँ, अरे ठीक है, इतना काम तो हो गया, बट ठीक है, मेरा बॉस बैठा था, he supported me, I'm so
Hmm.
grateful for that.
Hmm. Hmm.
That has become attitude instead of cribbing. अरे ये क्या
Hmm.
है? नहीं. That is how gratitude affirmation is a part of our task. Okay, it's the part of our daily to-do list. Okay,
Hmm.
the thing is, when you start applying it in different parts of your life, it changes, your mindset changes. You'll start being grateful for little things that you notice. I was being grateful for my maid mentally. अरे कितने अच्छे से साफ करके गई. वैसे भी होता है. You start getting grateful. That is one thing that I learned. The third thing is that uh, you whenever you feel you can help people.
Hmm.
So I'm not giving advice to people, but at least when I change, when my energy level changes, I know that I can radiate good energy to people. I know that if someone is talking negative about themselves,
Hmm.
आई विल नॉट से कि हाँ रे ये तो ऐसा ही है, तू वैसा ही है, ये
Hmm.
कभी नहीं बदलेगा. आई कैन बी समवन हु विल बी अ गुड लिसनर, एंड देन आई आस्क, डू यू नीड माय हेल्प? And if they say yes, then I will give them a suggestion that maybe this will help.
Hmm.
Maybe this is how you can think about it. Maybe we
Hmm.
can work on it like that. You elevate yourself up. You don't drain yourself down. That is a difference. People, whatever the people around you are talking, doing things, that will completely stop affecting you. At some point, you'll be like, they say, "Na, not my monkey, not my circus, not my monkey." It becomes like that. At least with me, I have seen.
Hmm.
I love the people around me, but I'm not affected with whatever is going on. I'm there to
Hmm.
help them. Of course, not giving them advice all the time, but I'm there to help them. Getting there to a point, it really changes you as a person, and people around you elevate themselves up to that energy when you are
Cool.
at a higher energy.
Cool.
This has been.
Cool. I am really glad that you brought up this point about fake positivity, because many people who look at it from the outside, who see people practicing gratitude, doing affirmations, they think all of this is BS. It doesn't work. You are fooling yourself. But only someone who experiences it, only someone who's done it for a consistent period of time, who has seen the changes in themselves, only that person knows the magic of these habits, of the mindfulness practices, right? So
Yeah.
thank you for sharing that. And are you experiencing that you are not able to connect with some people and you are better able to connect with others now?
Wow. Okay, this is a mind-blowing thing that has happened. First thing first is, what I've understood is I automatically stopped talking negative thoughts,
Hmm.
and I stopped entertaining negative thoughts.
Hmm.
Okay. You
Hmm.
can be a good listener, is what I learned. You can be a good listener, but you won't be affected by it. You'll automatically start taking a step back. This
Hmm.
has happened with me. It has happened with people who were very close to me. I've just taken a step back and it doesn't bother me. I wish them well. I
Hmm.
really wish them well. And I
Hmm.
know that whenever they need me, I'm there for them. But right now, I'm so much at peace that I don't want to entertain negative thoughts या किसी को advice दे के frustrate होना. ये सब मैं बहुत करती थी मैंने.
Hmm. Hmm.
I completely will surrender to this thought that I used to give a lot of advice, but because I used to think that there's some kind of liability on me to help people around.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
you can help people who want to help themselves, right? That is one thing. So automatically, when I understood that people don't need my help, sometimes they only want to vent out, is when I became that person. कि ठीक है, You can come, you can talk to me, but
Hmm.
if it is not aligning with my values, I'm not going to stick there, or I'm just going to step back without
Cool.
saying anything. Non-verbal communication is an excellent communication. People
Hmm.
will understand automatically, and sometimes people will automatically cut off of your life. I don't know
Correct.
how that happens.
Correct. It
They
happens.
automatically understand कि ये एनर्जी हमको पता नहीं, हम शायद इसमें फिट नहीं हो पाएंगे इस एनर्जी जोन में. And there's automatically a shield around you. Nobody is gonna be your enemy,
Hmm.
but you will understand that कि मेरा एक ये माइंडसेट ऐसा बन गया कि इसमें सब फिट नहीं होंगे. It is not for everyone.
So just like you have an energy field around you, the kind of vibration that you are at. So other people who don't match it, even you are not part of their energy field. So they just don't connect with you anymore.
Not at all.
People who used to be maybe your best friends a year ago or 2 years ago, you will not be able to connect with them. Automatically it happens. Something
Yeah,
happens. No one is able to explain how it
yeah,
happens, but it happens.
yeah. You just take a step back.
Yeah.
You just take a step back. You are not updated about their life. You're not updating about your life. There's no
Hmm.
need to nitpick or, be all gossipy. So all that just vanishes. You become like a Zen mode. मुझे तो मेरे हैबिट्स करने हैं. ये
बस.
गोल बन जाता है. ये मंत्रा बन जाता है.
Cool. So, if I can ask you, what difference did you feel when you did the 21-day challenge in the second level gold membership? What difference did you feel? Uh, let's say after completing level 1, then you did level 2. What was the shift between these two?
Okay. So there's this amazing thing. It's a two-way thing, okay? One thing is when you put out dedication. You say that you have to do this thing, take a week, but do it.
Hmm.
And second thing is that I get that energy from you. So I feel, yes, I have to do it. If he has said something, there is worth, there is, there's value to it. So I'll do that. That is the first thing.
Hmm.
That is how I completed the first course. I
Hmm.
completed it, and honestly, it is so interesting. How would you not like be consistent with it? I wonder that it is. I'm being honest here.
Hmm.
कि इतना इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक्स है कि आप इसको खत्म कर ही दोगे. जिसको
Hmm.
इसमें मजा आएगा ना, they'll be like, I'm तो done within a week. It's
Right.
all about how keen are you to, because they all are new concepts में ना.
Correct.
This is
Hmm.
not something that you will read somewhere. अरे यहाँ पे पढ़ लिया articles, नहीं. It is
Hmm.
well researched. It is thorough.
Hmm.
So that is how I completed the first level because it was very interesting and I
Hmm.
was keen.
Hmm.
ठीक है. और बहुत सारी नई चीजें सीखी मैंने. EFT सीखा, बहुत मजा आ गया मुझे. And the second thing, when I went on the 21-day challenge, when it was said that it has to be on for 21 days, I was like, 21 days, I have to be consistent. Is it possible? So I mentally prepared myself कि 21 days मुझे consistently करना ही है. तो मैंने क्या कर दिया? Before I started my day, before I started my work,
Hmm.
I used to set a timer कि I have to keep a reminder
Hmm.
that I have to start at 8:30
Okay.
every day without fail, because 1 hour it will be workout. आने के
Hmm.
बाद मैं तुरंत बैठूंगी और
Hmm.
मैं कोर्स देखूंगी, and then I'll
Hmm.
have time, during the day to do any task that whatever is said in
Perfect.
that
Hmm.
course. Okay,
Hmm.
so that is how I used to do it. अभी इसमें क्या change हुआ? The first change was discipline. Automatically you get discipline. 21 day अगर आपको एक जर्नी पे चलना है तो आप तो डिसिप्लिन हो ही जाओगे ना,
That's it.
विदाउट
That
ब्रेक
itself
दैट
is
टू.
the challenge. Doing it for 21 days.
21 days. And then when I started seeing, and then I got that FOMO. अरे FOMO, like अभी तो मतलब कोर्स खत्म हो गया, अब मैं क्या करूं, अब वो 21 डे भी चला गया. Then I started applying to my workout कि 21 day I will go and do my workout without fail.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
cannot miss it. घर पे if I am at home, that is Sunday, if my trainer is not there,
Hmm.
I'll sit and do pranayam and yoga, but I will
Hmm.
do it. That is how
Cool.
I applied it there. It
Hmm.
became like an extension. One thought became an extension to many things. I applied it for my exercise. I
Hmm.
started doing it for gratitude. अब मैं
Hmm.
gratitude नहीं करती, डायरी नहीं लिखती, तो मुझे लगता है मैंने कुछ miss out किया है. There's something that's missing out, and I have to get back to that.
Hmm.
Mind pulls me back.
Hmm.
Exercise, After this 21 day, you won't believe my personal trainer started applying it to others. He's like, "ये मैडम ने किया, आपको भी करना है." Because after 21 days, that is when the magic happens, Vinay. You start, your mind starts pulling you towards that habit. It becomes a part of your routine. अब मैं सर को बोलती हूँ, "सर मैं लेट आऊंगी बट आई विल कम." So I'll go at 11 o'clock. I'll go at 12 o'clock. There are times like that. Usually I go at 7:30 in the morning, but that is how it pulls you back. It is like a routine. हर चीज में 21 day, whatever you do in life, it really works. It actually works, and I have tried it and applied it. That is what I learned in that 21 day course. And of course, the topics that you have covered, Vinay, are very much different compared to the first course. It is much more detailed. The first 4 or 5 topics might look similar to the title, but it's worked in depth. It is like a level deeper because you have understood the first level, then this one is for you. So that is how it starts. And then there are beautiful topics, how, about, बुरा मत सुनो, बुरा मत सोचो, बुरा मत बोलो. ये सब सुना है. It's all a कहावत, मुहावरा. But what is it? There's so much logic to it. You learn that. So I still go through, I skim through whatever these courses I have because it's like my Bible.
Okay.
So
Wow.
I just go through, I'm like, it really is. Because see, whatever changes your inner state is nothing less than a godly feeling, right?
Correct.
You connect with that. आप प्रेयर भी करते हो इसीलिए ताकि आपको शांति मिले. मुझे जो चीज मिली वो तो इसी से मिली. So
Correct.
for me, it's a Bible.
Cool. Thank you. And what made you jump into the diamond membership?
Okay. So the thing was about results. Whatever results I saw in the first course, in the second course, and these were unexpected results.
Okay.
Then if you ask me what I did, all I did was what you told me to do. Nothing else. I never questioned. I just did what you told with discipline. ऐसा नहीं कि अभी बोला तो मैं देखूंगी सोचूंगी, उस पे कभी डाउट नहीं किया. तो मुझे रिजल्ट्स मिले. Because you said that, we did it and we got results. When I saw results, when I saw from every aspect, there is not that कि आप इतना वैल्यू दिया तो उतना ही मिल रहा है. मुझे उसका डबल वैल्यू मिल गया. मैंने रेकी सीखी, मैंने रेकी हीलिंग ले ली. मुझे सारे आपके साथ 1-to-1 कॉल मिले, सब बैठ के आई अंडरस्टूड, आई क्लैरिफाइड माय डाउट्स. You're there always, I can rely upon you. When you can rely on the person, now then you won't think twice whether I should go ahead or not. You know that I can blindly walk on this journey with this person. It is more about you being accountable and you being responsible, and you really care. That is a very big thing. I don't know, like, ऐसे बोलना नहीं चाहिए, but sometimes our family members are also so busy ना. People really don't see through so much because they also have their plates loaded. But with you always care. You make sure कि अरे ये कॉल पे नहीं आया, क्यों नहीं आया, what happened? And it's not like you're bossy or something. You really care. That is when I saw that you are so accountable that I can walk on this journey with you. So that is what happened. And I was like, yeah, if there is more membership, I want to grow in life. This is a learning. This is a beautiful investment. Something that nobody can see, nobody can understand. But when they are surrounded, when they're surrounded with people like us, they'll understand that कितना इस चीज पे वर्क किया है, कितना दिमाग पे काम किया है. That is why I shifted myself and I'm like, I'm up for it. I want to go for diamond membership.
Cool. Wow. So now that you are in the community, how has your life changed? How have things changed for you? How have things changed for your family members, those who are around you day in and day out? How do they perceive these changes in you?
Okay. So the best part is, this is an amazing question that I really need to answer. So the first thing is my husband. He used to see me always as cribbing, nagging. Of course, husbands बेचारे इतने अच्छे होते हैं कि वो सुन भी नहीं रहे होते ना, फिर भी वो ऐसे हिलाते हैं इतना मुंडी और बोलते हैं हाँ हाँ हाँ. So it gives a level of assurance कि हाँ कोई मेरी बात सुन रहा है. So he started saying, क्या हुआ तुम इतनी शांत बैठी हो? first 2 months तो now he is used to of
हम्म
my nature being like this
हम्म
कि मैं बहुत काम हो गई हूँ, मैं
हम्म
किच किच कुछ नहीं कर रही हूँ. बहुत रेयर साइट है ना ये, पहले कभी नहीं मिलता था. He suddenly started asking me, what happened to you? You have become so calm. What do you do? कुछ हुआ है क्या कि इतना काम हो गए हो? I'm like, nothing. I have joined a community.
हम्म
He knows that I talk to you one on calls.
हम्म
He's like, मुझे सर को थैंक यू जाके बोलना है. ये क्या हो गया?
वाह
Now it has become a pattern of my life.
हम्म
And the second thing, what happens is that people expect a reaction from you because you have been that way all your life, or
हम्म
for how
हम्म
long you have known that person
हम्म
or whatever.
हम्म
They expect a reaction कि अब ये इस पर react करेगी, अब ये ऐसे बोलेगी, वैसे बोलेगी. But you will suddenly change, and now you have become unpredictable. They don't know कि अरे हमने तो ऐसे बोला. For example, I'm getting jobs. If you look at my job list, everywhere you'll see is just my name, my name, my name. I look it at this that way कि बॉस मैं इतनी अकाउंटेबल हूँ कि सारा काम मुझे ही आ रहा है. मैं अब ऐसे देखने लगती हूँ. पहले
हम्म
मुझे फ्रस्ट्रेशन होता था. नाउ
हम्म
आई टेल माय हस्बैंड, देखो मेरे पे इतना ट्रस्ट किया जा रहा है, मुझे सब चीजों में इन्वॉल्व कर रहे हैं.
हम्म
How to handle it is my job. How
हम्म
to deal with it is my job.
हम्म
But that is not frustrating. I get a call and they are scared of me. I'm like, हाँ बोलना क्या हुआ? हाँ हाँ ठीक है, don't worry, we'll knock it off, don't worry. ऐसे करके. तो they are surprised कि ये ऐसे कैसे बात कर रही है. And that too not like early in the morning when I'm
हम्म
meditated. It's like
हम्म
late at night, maybe
हम्म
8:30, 9. That
हम्म
is when I get a call, or I revert back. I say, listen, I'm sorry. If it's
हम्म
urgent, just text me. I
हम्म
have told that to people. When I'm working, I might not pick up your call. My attitude has changed. So people expect a reaction from you, but you are not giving them that reaction. So unka level of satisfaction is like zero, and you are at a very different level. That is a change I saw. And
awesome
yeah, you asked one more thing about the community.
हम्म
So what happened was I was so scared, or I was skeptical, because I've always been introvert my life.
हम्म
It's kind of difficult to express my feelings or come out and talk in a forum. But when I understood that everyone is walking on the same path, then why not share your story? Why not understand their story? Why not talk? And I have understood that there's some kind of respect for each other in this community that comes from within. It is not that किसी ने enforce किया है. सबको एक दूसरे के लिए बहुत respect है कि हाँ इस पर्सन की ये जर्नी है. People give them an ear. They'll suggest, they'll write more power to you. That is what makes a difference. That is when you understand that you are not alone. You will
हम्म
never be alone if you are in this community. If you
हम्म
have people who are walking the journey, goals are different, but the intent is the same ना. People want
करेक्ट
to elevate life.
करेक्ट
Initially शायद वो वाला phase ही नहीं था जहाँ पे everyone is elevated. We can't expect that. But then what happens when one is working, the second one will start working, the third one. It's an energy alignment, कि सब automatically उसमें आ जाते हैं. It's like magic. कि यार ये वही इंसान था जो फर्स्ट कॉल में इतना नेगेटिव बात कर रहा था, और when you see them on the fourth mission, they say that they have changed.
हम्म
and and you can see, it's not that they are just writing it down, you can actually see in their attitude. ये
हम्म
मैजिक मैंने देखा है कम्युनिटी में कि
हम्म
लोग स्टार्ट में they were not there, but then on the fourth mission I was mind blown. I was like, wow, this is what the power of discipline, or of course the credit goes to you. You are that person that people want to listen to you. That is one thing that I always wanted to tell you, so I'm saying it out. There are very few people you want to listen to. वरना एक सिंपल हो जाता है, अरे ये तो कितना पका रहा है, ये क्या बोल रहा है. But
हम्म
that is not here. You talk
हम्म
interesting stuff, you make sure we are engaged, we are hooked. That is a very smart way of communicating, of you know I understood that the first way only जब आप mindfulness का, जब थ्री
हम्म
सीक्रेट का जब हमारा
हम्म
क्लास था, मैं
हम्म
तब भी समझ गई. This person has a knack and he knows that he's accountable. That was super. So it is what changes in the community.
awesome
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So now, what all habits do you practice on a daily basis? What all is there as part of your routine, if you would like to
Okay.
share?
Okay. Gratitude affirmation.
Hmm.
So there's a small hack that I wanted to share. क्या
Hmm.
होता है sometimes when it's kept somewhere, when it is like it is in your purse और तुम सोचोगे मैं यहाँ लगा दूंगा वहाँ, the best thing that really worked for me is keep it on your phone because you're always on your phone, you're
Hmm.
working. So
Hmm.
what I did was 26th of February I started that practice. I changed my gratitude list on 26th February. There
Okay.
was an assignment that said कि you record your gratitude in your own voice.
Hmm.
Sometimes
Affirmations.
affirmations, हाँ. So
Hmm.
sometimes what happens is when you can't read through, you listen to it. तो gratitude and affirmation, it goes hand in hand for me. And पहले पहले जब मैं पढ़ती थी, there are times when I have been really low. Okay,
Hmm.
I did my gratitude and affirmation, and it actually works. I can actually count my blessings. It's still there. So it elevates you back. I'm not saying 100%, but
Hmm.
you'll feel better.
It's a
You'll feel
journey.
better. It's a journey, yes.
Hmm.
And second thing is, the third thing is meditation.
Okay.
Meditation is something I do it in different forms. Your playlist is there on YouTube. मुझे बहुत interesting लगता है because it's a very narrative and it involves you. That is something, the heart breathing one, I practice it very often.
Okay.
Even before I do other practices that I'll come back,
Hmm.
so I do meditation at least for 5-10 minutes. It is there. It
Perfect.
suddenly makes you calm. The fourth one is exercise. अब वो एक चीज था जिससे मैं struggle कर रही थी. That is when the 21-day game formula worked there. And
Hmm.
then I said, okay, अब तो ये भी मेरा consistent हो गया है. Apart from that, there is learning I do. So when you won't believe, I have alarm on my phone.
Okay.
That at 2:25 वो मुझे बताएगा आपको कुछ रीड करना है, आपको लर्न करना है, go learn it. And at around 9 o'clock, I have my journaling, I have my gratitude. Alarm आ जाएगा, how was your day? Write it down. उसके बाद sometimes I do practice EFT. I can say
Okay.
maybe twice or thrice a week at night.
Hmm. Hmm.
It is a game changing thing. Oh my God, it is amazing. Of course, people who will learn it and apply it on a daily basis will see the difference.
And EFT
And
is more useful on bad days.
awesome, it works excellently, especially when you are anxious.
Hmm.
That is when you attack on it and you work on it, and you're like,
Hmm.
boom, this is
Hmm.
gone. It's like
Hmm.
मैंने उसको भगा दिया. So that is what it is. And the recent one that I do consistently is Reiki. The thing that I've learned from you, I take it as a blessing from God, from the universe, and I do it. And it is like nobody can disturb my time on this. It is
Hmm.
my time.
Hmm.
मैं बैठूंगी मुझे करके ही फिर I'll go for breakfast. That is a discipline that I've created. So I've started doing Reiki.
You become
और
very
रीड
time sensitive, right? You become very time sensitive.
ऐसे लग रहा है कि ये मेरा टाइम है, मैंने ये नहीं किया वो नहीं किया. You get so busy ना, you don't have time in engaging yourself in nonsense. You
Hmm.
have so much things to look at, good
Hmm.
things.
Hmm.
Gratitude app में जाके I check that daily things you can share. So sometimes I share those to people I miss. It is so beautiful, like giving छोटा gratitude to people who really make a difference in your life. तो मैं वो जाके शेयर करती हूँ, मैं उसमें पढ़ती हूँ. अरे
Hmm.
आज का ये अफर्मेशन है, कितना अच्छा है, कितनी अच्छी हैबिट्स बिल्ड होती है. See, there are two ways of utilizing your time. Either you sit and you gossip with people, or either you sit and you work on gratitude or affirmation or meditate. It is which path you choose. I do believe, like when I joined this community, the moment we had the first masterclass session with you, that is the moment I realized पूरी लाइफ बैठ के नेगेटिव सोचा है. अब
Hmm.
पॉजिटिविटी ट्राई करके देखता है ना, क्या ही
Hmm.
जाएगा.
क्या ही जाएगा.
क्या ही जाएगा, ये भी ट्राई करके देख लेते हैं.
Hmm.
Unless and until you have not experienced both the side, you can't say it won't work.
Correct.
You can't say कि पॉजिटिविटी नहीं काम करेगा. Have you worked on that path? It's a
Hmm.
difficult path.
Hmm.
It's a difficult path.
To
A lot
start
of
with.
people
To
to
start
start
with.
with. Exactly. To start
Hmm.
with, क्योंकि आपका ब्रेन आपको पुल बैक करेगा. There will be times where your brain will tell you, no, no, this will not work. That is the time you do it the double. You do it harder. You see it like, नहीं नहीं मैं तो करूँगी.
Hmm.
that is actually the testing time, not the initial time. I've been through that.
Hmm.
I've read it also. I've read it in
Hmm.
one of the books that you suggested.
Hmm.
उसमें पढ़ा है मैंने.
Hmm.
Okay, that is the moment. I have clicked a picture. I would like to share it sometime. I
Okay.
clicked a picture so that it's a reminder. That is when you actually don't give up. You work hard
Okay.
on it, and
Okay.
then you again come out of it. It's like a journey. It's going to be roller coaster, but there is an anchor to it. And if we have a mentor like you, then too, we are on the right path. Very different, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. That really, really means a lot to me, because when I started on this journey, this is exactly what I had in mind. This is the intention I set out. And I want to help people transform completely. And seeing people like you working on themselves, and let me tell you very honestly, it's not only me pushing, it's because you are doing the work. Otherwise, I can keep pushing 100 people. If two of them will work on themselves, two of them will get results. That's how it is. So I would like to think my part as only 10%, and the 90% is you. Because unless you do it, you don't get the results. And only when you get the results do you really start to see the magic. You really start to experience what it is, what we are trying to achieve here. And if any of you watching the video are also looking to turn their life around like Dipti did here, and you are ready to put in the effort, I want to make this very clear: nothing will happen without your efforts. Okay, there's a lot of effort required in the beginning, and then later on you'll not find it as effort. You'll still put in the work, but you'll not find it as effort. So if any of you are willing to, I would like to welcome you to join my community called the Energy Transformation Hub. Just go to webinar.vinaydbajaj.com. You can see the link here, and you'll also get it in the video description below this video. Book your spot for the upcoming masterclass and come to the masterclass. See how you can go about changing your life, just like Dipti here did. So she's the example, the model in front of you. What can happen when you put in the work? What can happen when you believe? What can happen when you trust? Okay. So if any of you are interested, just let me know. Just drop a comment below in the video. So Dipti, before we wrap up, I want to ask you, what's the one thing, if you could just nail it down to one thing, what's the one thing that completely changed everything for you? What's the one biggest thing for you?
Mm.
I know it's a tough one.
It's a damn tough. Um, the biggest thing that changed for me is um, my perspective. That's the biggest change. And this is the most difficult change. People will give you their perspective, but you changing your perspective about certain people, about situations, about handling, or about whatever you're going through.
Hmm.
My health. Imagine someone who's constantly having an irritable bowel. Still nothing affects, still going for workout. पर्सपेक्टिव चेंज्ड. बहाने वही थे पहले भी, पर मैं
Hmm.
जाती नहीं थी. ये
Hmm.
पेन हो गया, सर वो हो गया, अभी पर्सपेक्टिव चेंज हो गया. He's like, you're still coming. I'm like, I want to come. There's this funny dialogue ना, एक मूवी है पुष्पा करके. He says, मैं झुकेगा नहीं. So I
Hmm.
told him, sir, मैं झुकेगा नहीं. So the perspective change happened within.
Right. Right.
That's the biggest takeaway.
Awesome. Awesome, Dipti. Thank you so much for being on this journey, for giving your absolute best, and for coming out with flying colors. And those who are watching, please like and comment below if you are inspired to take action and change your life for the better. And there are more such interviews hopefully coming up in the future. More power to you, Dipti. And I hope
More
you
power
keep
to you.
going on this amazing journey of
Yeah,
peace and abundance. If we can narrow it down to two things, it's peace that you feel, it's
yeah.
abundance
Abundance.
that becomes your mindset.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah, Vinay.
Right. Thank
Thank
you. Thank
you.
you so much. And I'll see you in the next community call. Yeah.
Sure.